leadership. Yeah, this is for you. This show is for you because you are a leader. You may not think of yourself as a leader. You may not have the title of a leader. You may not have the position of a leader, but you are a leader. And you're a leader for two main reasons. What a leader is not is one that is designated by a title or a position. But what a leader is one who has two ingredients: influence and relationships. And that's you. You have influence, you have relationships, and you have a need to know and a need to share. And that's why you're here, and that's why we are so grateful that you are here with us today. So, welcome to the 10 Commandments for Leadership. This is where emerging leaders grow and seasoned leaders come to grow back. I am your host, Tim Alston. I'm a leadership strategist. I'm a four-time Amazon best-selling author, and I am a recovering egoholic. Today is Tuesday. It is the 20th of May, 2025, and this episode is called Egoholism, Unpacking the Oldest and Most Dangerous Addiction. Egoholism, Unpacking the Oldest and Most Dangerous Addiction. Yesterday, we defined ego as your sense of self, and egoholism as an addiction to that sense of self, whether it's inflated or deflated or both. We also made this bold claim that egoholism is the mother of all addictions. Why? Because every addiction, alcohol, shopping, narcotics, sex, gambling, all addictions start with a damaged sense of self. And at the root of each one is ego. That's why egoholism isn't just a problem, it's the foundation of every other holism. And yet, organizations routinely dismiss ego problems. Why? Because leaders are trained to solve problems, and egoholism isn't something you can solve. Like your hairstyle, or your lawn, or a cold, egoholism isn't cured. It's managed. And now the metaphor that ties all of this together is cancer. Most people who encounter cancer think they're the victims. But 90 to 95% of cancer comes not from genetics, but from diet and lifestyle. Now, replace the word cancer with egoholism, disease with addiction, and diet with what we consume, and what do you get? This is what you get. Most people who encounter egoholism think that they're victims, but 90 to 95% of egoholism comes from what we consume, our thoughts, our influences, our definitions of success, and how we respond to life. As Charles Swindoll once said, life is 10% of what happens to us and 90% how we react. So no, ego doesn't sneak up on you. It didn't just catch you. You've been participating in it. And if we participate in the problem, we can participate now in the solution. Just like cancer, egoholism starts internally, can lie dormant for years. It grows unchecked if unaddressed, and requires lifestyle change to manage. And only God, in partnership with us, knows the divine calibrations to keep our egos in balance. For example, too much of ourselves on that scale, that's arrogance. Too little of us on the scales, that's insecurity. Either way, it's imbalance, and imbalance is addiction. We manage egos not with denial, but with daily awareness, prayer, and fasting from the things that feed our ego instead of feeding our soul. So my question to you, Are you ready to detox your ego? I am. Thanks for joining the 10 Commandments of Leadership. If this message struck a nerve, then good. That's where recovering begins. Egoholism is not a quirk. It's a leadership liability. And I'm not preaching from perfection. I'm reporting live from my recovering room. You see this mic? This mic is part of my healing, and maybe yours too. So join us tomorrow as we connect the Underground Railroad. That's right, the Underground Railroad from the 19th century, as we connect that to ego recovering. Until then, stay humble, stay honest, and keep recovering one decision at a time. Because what's going to happen for us is very simple. As we begin to know, we'll begin to grow. And when we begin to know and grow, then we will be able to inspire others, and they will look at our example. So, stay humble, stay focused, stay honest, stay true to yourself. Include those elements I mentioned before of the prayer life, consistent prayer life, and the fasting, not feeding your ego, but feed your soul with the word. And I guarantee you that recovering process will begin. And the examples from the Underground Railroad from the 19th century are going to help us. But excuse me, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Thanks for joining. And if you've enjoyed, if you've been encouraged, if you've been inspired, if you've been informed, then know to like us, to share us, and to subscribe to us. If you want to reach me directly, you can email me directly at info@timalston.com, info@timalston.com, and I will get back to you. But give me your reaction to this. Is what I'm saying making any sense to you? Comparing egoholism, which is a new concept to you, with cancer, which is not a new concept with you. Are you seeing any parallels with this? Can you relate to it? As I talk about mowing your front lawn, the lawn that has to be weeded, mowed, cut, edged, not just one time, it's not a one and done thing. Does that resonate with you in terms of egoholism? Like getting your hair done. No. Yeah, I get my hair done. For the past 10 to 15 years, I have chosen to have a shaved bald head. Partly because of the fact that time and circumstances were about to do that for me anyway. But even at that, I've got to manage it at least once a week. For those of you who get your hair cut, trimmed, teased, moosed, or braided, it's not a one and done thing. And so hopefully you're able to understand that in the context of understanding egoholism, which is that addiction to oneself or one's ego, either the inflated ego, which is made manifest by arrogance, boastfulness, vaingloriousness, or the deflated egos of insecurity, low esteem, feelings of inadequacy, imposter syndrome, self-doubt, self-loathing. These are all things that feed into it. And the difference with egoholism as opposed to egotism is while egotism only addresses what we call that inflated ego, egoholism addresses the deflated ego of the low esteem, no esteem, self-loathing, self-doubt, imposter syndrome. Because both of those drain us and drain those around you. But once again, I guess I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Please invite a friend. I can assure you, they will thank you for this information. And I leave you again with the words of the American Episcopal clergyman and author, Philip Brooks. He said, don't ask for an easy life. Ask for an easier life. Ask to be a stronger person. Don't ask for task equal to your power. No. Ask for power equal to your task. And when that work is done, that work will be considered. But that work will not be considered the miracle. You will be considered the miracle. Thank you. God bless you. See you on tomorrow, Wednesday. Bye-bye.